Hello everyone, I'm Alien, and in this episode I'm going to be talking about Half-Life Blue Shift. Blue Shift released June 12, 2001. It was developed by Gearbox and published by Sierra. It is the second expansion for Half-Life, but it's a lot smaller than Opposing Force, since Blue Shift was originally going to release with the Dreamcast port of Half-Life, but that port got cancelled, so the expansion got released normally, so nothing new from Opposing Force returns, except for Otis, but he's just here for fat jokes. The hazard course is almost exactly the same as the one in Half-Life, just with minor differences. Like the holographic guy is now a guard called Miller, and one of the scientists observing you is different. The main difference is the armor vest and helmet, which replace the hazard suit. You can't charge them using the suit chargers. Instead, you have to pick up a new helmet and vest if yours get too damaged. And yes, I'm playing with HD models, because that's how this game was intended to be played, since the HD pack was released alongside Blue Shift. I get why some people might not like it, some of the weapon sounds are a bit too loud, but I don't mind it. It makes the combat feel slightly different. It's a nice breath of fresh air for someone who has played with the original model as much as I have. The rest of the hazard course plays out mostly the same. The actual game starts off with a tram ride, same as Half-Life. You learn you play as Barney Calhoun, a member of the Black Mesa security force. Right off the bat, I like how detailed Black Mesa is in this game. You can see scientists doing laundry, eating, and generally going about with their day. I think this game is the best at making Black Mesa feel like a real lived-in place. Whoa, look, it's Freeman! You get dropped off in this area and you have problems with the door. I like how you can get to see this moment from the perspective of a different character. Insecurity is just like anomalous materials from Half-Life. You have to get your armor and your sidearm before you can go deeper into the facility. There are a lot of fun interactions here, like this asshole scientist.
If I'm not able to get my report to the administrator in the next hour, then my job will be in serious jeopardy, and I'll make sure that mine is not the only one.
Most of the scientists here are assholes.
Why do you security guards always insist on bothering us?
You can go to video surveillance and use the cameras, where you see Gordon engine across. You get your sidearm in the range, the pistol, but it's now a Beretta. And like all the new weapon models, the sounds and animations make it feel stronger than the Glock, even if it does the same damage. You can practice at the range, or you can save your ammo for this box in your locker, which contains a secret jump toad. Gearbox really likes hiding this guy in their games, don't they? Also in Barney's locker are 2 books about alien conspiracies, and 2 pictures of people, which are probably meant to be Joe and Lauren, who are mentioned in the Blue Shift manual. I like this, it characterizes Barney a little. You get to know a little more about the person you're playing as. After getting your gear, another security guard tells you some scientists are having a problem with an elevator in Sector G, and that you should help them. There's another fun set piece here, where a scientist called Walter tries fixing a computer, but it blows up in his face.
You smell something burning? Ah, who is responsible for this mess? Shouldn't you be guarding some donuts and coffee right about now? Yes, sir.
You then learn the trams are not working and you have to go on foot. So you go for a maintenance tunnel. Down here you see your first G-Man sighting.
Well, it's about time. We don't pay you people to mosey around at your own convenience. Make this thing work so we can get on with this miserable day.
Asshole. While on this awkward elevator ride, a resonance cascade happens, and Zen aliens start pouring into the Black Mesa facility. And to make things worse, the elevator you are in crashes. You awaken some time after and then meet a Hound Eye. And you get the crowbar, which now looks a lot chunkier. Here you gotta shoot this breaker to be able to progress. This game is a lot more slower paced than Half-Life, having a lot more puzzles. You find a room with a lot of acid and some headcrabs. Here you find a scientist, who tells you can get to the surface using the canal. After blowing up some barrels, you get to this area, which it feels like everyone uses when mentioning Blue Shift in a video. Here you get ambushed by some Vortigons. Just like everything else, they are unchanged from Half-Life, apart from the model of course. Then there's another ambush. In Half-Life, the ambushes only started later on in the game, so it's interesting seeing them so early in this. You end up in this sewer-like area, where you can get the shotgun. It's still the Spaz 12, just where it's dark-folded. It's a shame you can't unfold it, because I like the normal shotgun more. After another puzzle and another Vortigon ambush, you end up in an area with a cool echo effect, which I don't recall ever being used in Half-Life or Opposing Force. Then you fight some zombies, which for some reason have this green stuff on their arm. It doesn't look bad, but it looks weird. The original model did not have it, so I don't know why Gearbox added it. Then you fight a bull squid. Not much to say about it, it looks almost the same. After this you find an elevator. To activate it you have to go back to the sewer area, where you press this button. This brings the elevator down along with an explosive, which you then push into this grinder. After this is your first encounter with the HECU.
Yeah, why are we on disposal duty anyway? Just because Shepard's team didn't make it, we have to do the crap jobs? Well, let's get on with it.
You get to the surface, but the way out is blocked by turrets. You head deeper into the facility, where you first encounter the HECU, but they close the door before you can kill them. Here you can find the revolver on a dead security guard. It's still a Colt revolver, it's just a different snake. being an anaconda instead of a python. Then you head into a steam tunnel. There's a cool detail here. This high temperature pipe actually burns you if you touch it. This chapter is full of these fun little details. Like how if you explode these barrels, they blow up everything around them. You then take an elevator back up, and push some boxes to get into this vent, where there are headcrabs around every goddamn corner. After this, you find a gearbox. Then you fight 2 marines trying to break into a room. I like how you can use these movable boxes as cover. From them you get the SMG, which is now a Colt rifle, which feels very different now. It feels stronger just like all the HD pack weapons, but it feels very inaccurate, even if it's the same as the Half-Life SMG. It also no longer makes sense why the rifle uses the same ammo as the pistol. You find that inside that room is a scientist. Well, there is, if he survives the firefight.
A colleague and I came up with our own plan for escape, and we were on our way to one of the old prototype labs when we ran into them. But listen to me, if you still want to get out of here alive, your only hope may be to find my friend. If you can get past the soldiers, find Dr. Rosenberg.
This guy is, or rather was, Harold, and he's voiced by John St. John. That's right, the guy who voiced Duke Nukem. You then head to the train yard, but before that you have a dope staircase fight. After this you head outside, where you have to fight a bunch of marines. But there are these gas cans here, which you can use in a fight, which is really cool. Then you fight a lot of marines. In between this video and the last one, I played a bunch of video games that I ended up not making videos on because I just didn't like them. And playing this game reminded me how well Half-Life's gameplay holds up to this day. I feel like to really appreciate games like Half-Life, you have to play worse games from that era, to realize what this game did better than the rest. There's a scientist in this train car who isn't Rosenberg, and the other car is a bunch of frozen water gods. I love fun shit like this. You then go outside to the train yard, where you fight a squad of marines. After taking them out, you free another scientist, who is also not Rosenberg. After freeing this guy, a door opens up and a bunch of marines pour out, but you can use this machine gun to gun them down. After this is another cool part, where you have to fight an Abrams. And if you hop onto this cargo truck to get the RPG, the tank blows the top of the truck off. After destroying the tank, there's a fun puzzle, where you have to shoot these canisters to blow up this door. What follows is another fight and then another puzzle, but you finally find Rosenberg, also voiced by St. John.
Yes, I'm Dr. Rosenberg, although I'm not very proud to admit it, seeing as though I'm partially responsible for all of this. How did you know my name? Oh, I see. Poor Harold. Yes, our plan was to get to one of the old prototype labs. The same technology that brought about this catastrophe could also be our only way out. There may be enough equipment in the old lab to piece together a device that would allow us to teleport outside of the facility.
But you get trapped by the HECU, and Rosenberg boosts you up so you can escape. I find it interesting how Barney is implied to talk in this part, but the player just doesn't hear it, which implies that all the characters probably talked in-game, but the player just didn't know about it. After taking out the Marines, you have to get Rosenberg back to where Harold was. This kinda sucks. Rosenberg loves walking very slowly and getting stuck on props, but this part is at least very short. You blow open a wall and go to the abandoned teleport lab.
We should have chosen the Lambda reactor for an escape, but the crew there is bent on fighting the creatures, with all their hopes set on someone named Freeman. Let those fools try and fight a battle they can't win. I just want to get out of here.
Down here you meet 2 other scientists, Simmons, who doesn't say a single word in this game, and Walter, who is voiced by Harry S. Robbins, same as all the other scientists in this game. I love how the characters here are visibly older models. Another cool detail. Rosenberg explains how this older teleporter uses a device that's strapped to a Zen crystal to work, and then you have to go to Zen and activate it to be able to escape. So you wait for a really long time for the portal to open up and hop to Zen. Focal point is a shorter chapter. You are in Zen again, but this time there's a few new neat things, like you have to dodge the Zen tree to progress. In the other games, they were just a hazard in an arena, and you can play the entire game without interacting with one. Here you have to get around one to progress. After this, you crawl through some tunnels and end up in this platforming area. There are some aphilogs flying around here, which are possibly the most obscure alien in Half-Life, being an uglier yellow version of the boys. After a while, some slaves teleport on the islands. This can actually telefrag you, which is pretty funny. Oh yeah, and in this game, when you die and reload, your weapon keeps firing. This is an annoying bug as it can waste a lot of ammo. After this, there's a cool part where an alien craft blows apart the island you're on. Then you go through this aquatic area. This is something we never really saw in the other games, but it makes sense, since we know the hagworms and ichthyosaurs lived on Zen. After some light fighting, you end up at your objective. You have to do a puzzle to activate the device and then protect it from a bunch of grunts, voids, and controllers. After this, you go back to the area where you started and jump back into the normal world. But there's a problem. Your little Zen adventures used up all the fuel, and you have to get more.
A few of our colleagues went down there a while ago, but we haven't heard from them since. I can only fear for the worst.
So you head on an elevator and go deeper into the facility. This chapter starts off with you meeting the people sent down before you. These guys' entity names are Tyree and Porkins, which is definitely a reference to Dexteria and Jack Porkins from A New Hope. After this, some Marines blowtorch your door open, but one well-placed grenade will blow them to hell. After finding some more Marines, you start the next chapter. The power struggle? Here you have to blow up this wall, but the wire is broken. The first time I played this game, I got stuck here and had to look up a guide. This time I remembered you have to push a barrel in between the wire to transfer the spark. I feel like there could have been at least some sort of hint or something, because I would have never thought of doing this. Then there's another puzzle. You have to lower the coolant level, move these barrels, and pour the coolant back in. So this is why it's called blue shift. Then you avoid some pipes. There was only one of these pipe hazards in Half-Life. I like how they're reusing underused things from the original game. You activate whatever this is and head your way back to where the Star Wars reference was, and charge the power cell. Going back up, you meet with the team, and Rosenberg tells you what you need to do.
All right. I'll stay down here to monitor the system levels and direct the procedure. I need you to climb up to the control room and activate the main power. Once the process has started, you'll also need to release the damping locks each time the system has charged in order to open the displacement field.
I like this chapter. It's a nice ending for this short adventure. While the teleport is charging, the primary coolant line blows up, and you have to pull this valve to stop everything from exploding. But while doing this, some Hound Eyes teleport in to attack you. The teleport sequence finishes and Walter goes in first. But while the teleporter is chucking up again, you hear some Marine chatter. Simmons goes second, then it's Rosenberg's turn, which goes smoothly. But when the system is charging up for you, the Marines break into the control room. You have to press the button and run to the portal as quickly as you can. You teleport to the correct place, but phase into Zen, and into this area, where you see Marines dragging Gordon. But then you teleport back and you and the team drive off into the sunset. And so the game ends. Blue Shift is a lot shorter and slower paced than the other games, but it's still fun. I like the HD models, but if you don't, you can always turn them off. So, that's it. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and good night.